Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Ella Dishes It Out. Today, I'm going to be making some delicious southern fried pork chops. So stay tuned, and I may even make a breakfast quiche as well. We'll see. All right, let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start out with our pork chops. I have them in here in this container, and they're already seasoned. I seasoned them with some Slap Your Mama. Can't do without that. And this Weber chicken steak seasoning. I love this. It's so coarse, and it is just the best, the bomb diggity. It's got peppers in there, and so it gives your food a little kick. And then, of course, my garlic. I already put all the seasoning in there already, the garlic powder. Okay, so the next ingredient is going to be the flour. So I'm just going to pour the flour right into this container. And I'm going to grab some gloves because I don't like to get my hands all dirty and get all that stuff all in my nails and stuff. So I'm going to grab some gloves right quick. Okay. I've got these gloves here, and I'm going to be flouring these pork chops. Now, it's good to put your seasoning on top of the meat instead of on the flour. Some people put it in the flour mixture, but I don't do it that way because I like my meat to be seasoned, not my flour to be seasoned. Okay, so anyway, that's how I do it. All right. I guess it's pretty much the same, but you know, I like the seasoning to be directly on my meat instead of my flour. All right, so get that seasoned on both sides, floured on both sides, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to use this top to move it over so that I can season the rest of them. Sometimes I use a plastic bag to do this. It's also easy with a plastic bag because you don't have to worry about getting your fingers all dirty. I don't know, I'm just kind of funny like that. I don't like all that in my nails. I'm washing my hand 1,000 times a day. I already wash my hand 1,000 times a day due to coronavirus, so you gotta wash your hand 1,000 times a day when you're cooking as well. That's just too much hand washing for me. Okay. All right, so get this last piece seasoned. And we're done. And I didn't get my hands dirty. So, hey, win-win situation there. So what I do is I just turn my glove inside out on itself and then just throw them away. And my hands are clean. All right, so I'll throw this away. Put this flour and seasoning to the side. Now I'm gonna get my skillet, my cast iron skillet ready to fry my pork chops, and we're gonna move over to the stove. All right, that's simple pork chops. It's very, very simple, fried pork chops. All right. Hold on, stay tuned. Okay guys, welcome back, and we're over here by the stove now, and we're getting ready to fry up these pork chops. So I'm gonna turn this skillet on and put some more cooking oil in there. Let that cooking oil get hot, and we're gonna be ready to rock and roll. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this get hot, and we'll come back when it's hot and ready to start frying up some pork chops. Okay, I believe our oil is ready. So let's rock and roll. All right, so I'm just gonna put these in one at a time. I'll probably just cook 2 at a time. The skillet. Now I'm getting my hands dirty because I'm spreading some more flour over this, what I just defeated the purpose of what I said I didn't like doing. But hey, sometimes you gotta get your hands dirty. Okay, so just recoated those pork chops with some more additional flour. Just like that. So I'm gonna fry those too, and then I'll come back and fry the last one. We're gonna let them fry until they're a golden, the beautiful, delicious brown color. So we'll just let them fry and we'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Let's check on our pork chops, see if they're turning brown. They're turning a little brown, but not as brown as I would want them. This one, a little golden brown. Turn that one. Let me just go ahead and turn this one too, so I won't have to keep attending to these pork chops. And my dog is smelling them, so he's getting hungry. She is getting hungry. But anyway, we're gonna let these two cook. I turned up the heat just a little bit. I had it on medium and I put it on medium high so it cook a little faster. And we'll come back and check on them again, but they're looking good. They're looking good and golden brown. And so I cooked the other day, you know, I cooked my my greens, and I made a couple other sides, macaroni and cheese, and I made baked beans, and only thing left is cornbread. I think I'll cook some cornbread just to be another extra side. And can you guys see my puppy back there? She wants to be on camera, I guess, because she's back there making all kind of noises. Anyway, we're gonna get back to the pork chops, and we're gonna let them cook another 10 minutes, and we'll be back. Okay, I just flipped the pork chops one last time. Let them cook on this side. I turned my fire up, my heat up a little bit so that they would get real crispy. And they're almost there. Then I'm gonna add my last pork chop. So let's see how done this is. Okay, I'm gonna take this one out and put the other one in. Put the last one in. Okay. And this flour I can save and use for another time. I'm going to put it in a plastic bag and save it to use for another time. Okay. So this pork chop is cooking. This one's cooking. This one's probably ready. Yeah, it's ready. I'm going to take it out. Look how delicious it looks. Oh my goodness. That's a delicious looking pork chop right there. Okay, putting it on my plate so we can drain. The oil can drain off of it. Those are some delicious looking pork chops, guys. Look at that. Golden brown, fried to a golden brown. Use vegetable oil because it's a little bit healthier than regular oil. But I could have used some sunflower or peanut oil. Whatever kind of oil you want to use, it's always great. Okay. All right. We're going to pretty much be done with this. I want to thank you guys for tuning into my channel. Ella Dishes It Out. And please remember, like, subscribe, and share. Bon appetit. Okay, I'm back, and this is what I decided to do, guys. Okay, so I'm sauteing my vegetables right now, and I took I had a leftover turkey leg from the turkey legs that I cooked earlier this week with my mustard greens. So I had one left over, and I chopped it up, and this is the meat from that. Then I had some breakfast sausage, some pork breakfast sausage left over. So I said, well, might as well make the most of that. So I chopped that up. I'm gonna put that in my cornbread. Then I said, we might as well go all the way. So I got some onion powder, some thyme, and some sage. So I'm just gonna add all of this in here. Add my sage, about a tablespoon of sage, a tablespoon of thyme. This is coming out real slow, so it looks like it's more than a tablespoon, but it's not. Okay, and then a tablespoon of onion powder, although I'm going to add sauteed onions to this. Add a little onion powder to give it a little extra kick. All right, let me go get my sauteed vegetables. Okay, here's my sauteed trilogy: onions, bell pepper, and celery. So you just add about half a cup of each of those to the just depends on how much you're making, right? So I've got to get my pan ready, preheat my oven. So I'll do that in a few minutes. But let me go ahead and add all my ingredients. Okay, so I'm going to add the sausage. You see me adding the sausage. So So it started out with cornbread, and now it's turning into dressing. Add my turkey meat. You know, I just never know where I'm gonna go sometimes when I'm cooking. I switch gears, and you're allowed to do that. Okay, so stir all that together. Now, normally when I make dressing, I cook the cornbread ahead of time. And then I take it and I just pour it into a pan with my other dressing stuff. So, and then I add breadcrumbs. I wonder if I should add breadcrumbs to this. That's an idea. Let me see if I have any. Make it real stuffy mix. I don't think I have any. Next time. I'll do that next time. All right, I'm gonna get my pan ready and we're gonna put this in the oven and bake it. I've got my buttered pan right here, and I'm just gonna pour the dressing in there. Now, I apologize for the TV being on in the background. I didn't turn it off in time. You may hear it, TV playing. But anyway, this is the end. Well, not the end. I'm gonna show you the finished product when it's done. So we're going to just pour all this into the skillet, and we're gonna bake it at 350 degrees until golden brown. Center comes out with a toothpick, clear, dry. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the oven and bake it, and we'll be back. See the finished product. Hi guys, welcome back, and this is the finished product of my cornbread dressing. All right, so let's dig in. We're gonna try to slice a little piece of this, and we're gonna look and see like at what it looks like on the inside and what it tastes like as well. But first I'm gonna take some photos, so I'll be back. Okay, we're ready to slice a piece. All right, so I'm just gonna go down like this. I'm gonna go across, because I just wanna, now I probably should have let this cool off a little bit, but hey, I didn't do that. So anyway, let me grab a little saucer or a plate or something to put this on. Grab a little paper plate. All right, here we go. We're gonna try this out. Hopefully it won't fall apart. I forgot to put eggs in there, guys. So hopefully it won't fall apart. Oh, all right. So I normally put eggs in my cornbread dressing, but I didn't in this one. So it may likely fall apart. All right, look at that. It looks really, really good. Doesn't that look yummy? Okay, I'm gonna grab a fork and taste some of it. Now that you know if it's yummy. And I don't lie. Okay, here we go. About to do a taste test. All right. I'm gonna taste a little bit of the turkey meat, the dressing. That's really good, actually. I probably should have added the egg. That would have helped it stay together, the texture stay together. But the taste, it's delicious, bellissimo. The taste is really good. It tastes just like dressing. Just a little bit more with the sausage. Blow it because it's hot. That's really good. I can make some gravy and put it over here. On top of here, some turkey gravy. Man, I can go to town on this. It is really, really, really good. Okay. So that's a new way to make cornbread, dressed in cornbread. I'm gonna call it dressing cornbread, so cornbread dressing. Dressing cornbread. Okay guys, you got my recipe? Please remember to subscribe to my channel and like my videos. Thank you for tuning in to Ella Dishes It Out. Bon appetit. this stuff right there. Okay, guys, I see I'm still filming. Okay, so I think that leaving out the eggs gave it a little different flavor. And so I think you should continue to leave the eggs out to make this recipe. Now, if you want to do traditional cornbread dressing, you can add eggs in there. But this tastes so good without the eggs. Oh my gosh, I can just imagine eating it with some candied yams and some greens, some mustard greens. Just sop it up. Baby, that's going to be so good. Just eat it like we used to do in Mississippi with our fingers. Yeah, baby. All right, guys. Bon appetit.